welcome back to Breakdown Craft episode 12. Today we are going to be building ourselves a mob grinder. Last episode we got our storage in order. Still not too organized, but we are building a mob grinder today to kind of be able to get to the end. I mean, once we build a mob grinder, we'll be able to get to the end. It's that simple. Mob grinder equals getting to the end. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to be kind of building an OG mob grinder. Really a mob XP grinder, right? Not really a mob grinder. I don't care about the stuff they're giving me as much as the XP they're going to be giving me. And yeah, it's pretty simple stuff. So let's go ahead and jump on into the game. Here's the storage room we built last week. Look how awesome that is. Now, I've not organized anything. We're still kind of really spread out. But what I am going to do today is kind of figure out where I want this to go. That's the first order of business. Where do we want this mob grinder to in fact go? So we've got this over here, which was our really big farm, and I think it would actually be kind of cool to just build this in the air right above us here. Now, what blocks do we want to use? What happens if you do this? I've always wondered, if you put cobblestone together, does it do anything? I don't think so. But basically what I'm wanting to do here is build an epic mob grinder of epic proportions that we've built in the past, actually. In the Nixcraft Let's Play, we built a mob grinder a lot like this. So nothing happens there. In the Nixcraft Let's Play, we built it out of this, stone bricks. But I don't know if I want to do that this time. I think I might actually do cobble and then kind of do some accenting or something like that to see how good we can make it actually look, right? So let's go ahead and grab a bunch of cobblestone here, and I'm just going to jump on into it. I don't see any reason why we can't just go ahead and get this done. So basically what this is going to be, and I've got some notes. I took some notes on a post-it note, obviously, of basically the old Nixcraft mob grinder, because that worked very, very well and got us quite a bit of XP. And so we're going to rebuild it. We're going to do it again here and see what we can do. So one of the things on my notes is this needs to be 22 blocks to the top of our pillar here. Now, I'm thinking that we actually want to make the pillar probably somewhere. I mean, I'm just going to pick an area and do it. I don't think there's ever a perfect place. So that would be one. But we actually don't want to build up from there. We want to build up from here, right? So we're going to be doing 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to go ahead. I'll skip to the top. 20, 21, and 22. There we go. That should be 22 high. We'll obviously have to verify it as I work my way around here. But I have noticed one thing. I've came up here and I have no way down now. I don't have a bucket of water or anything. How does this always happen? Okay, hold on. Let's just go ahead. Let's just go ahead and I'm going to try to jump into that little block of water there. Oh, we almost made it. We almost made it. But we didn't die, and that's what matters. I'm going to actually grab a bucket of water real quick to be able to, you know, not die. That's kind of what needs to happen. So, basically, guys, once we get this done, we'll be able to build, or not build, we'll be able to go kill the Ender Dragon. At which point, we got a good view of it there. Our village that was destroyed by the gods will in fact be fixed. It's actually been a while since we've heard from the gods. So, yeah, it's going to be really interesting. I think he's kind of mad. You know, I mean, mad that we blew up, or that we, you know, trolled him there and then he blew up the village, and we're not on talking terms. So hopefully we can get back on talking terms there whenever we kill the Ender Dragon. It shouldn't be too far away, to be honest. But I'm going to go ahead and build up and then down on all four sides of this, and I'll see you guys once I'm done. And there we go. Okay, so now we've built up this high. From this point, we need to come over 8 blocks, right? So basically, as far as the water flows, we need to come over here. And this is actually going to be a pretty simple build from this point, right? So we need to come over 8 blocks here. I think that's about 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I was one short. So I want to see if we place water right here. Actually, this isn't going to work. I need to kind of build this up on the sides as well. So let's just go ahead and do that, because I really want to make sure and test that this water does work before I commit to it being this size. Does that make sense? So basically, I need to double check myself, because I am not the best when it comes to water in Minecraft. It's never been a strong suit of mine. I messed this up on the mob spawner before, and it took us a long time to fix it, so I don't want to do this again. I don't want to have this mistake again. So we're just going to come around right like so, and we're going to see if I place water right here, it should in fact flow right up to the edge, yes, and not go off. All right, so that's how many blocks we need to go, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, pretty simple stuff. There's going to be quite a bit of jump cutting, if you've not figured that out already, in this episode, specifically here at first. I actually think we're going to do some mining at the end as well, just because. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead, build this over 8 blocks, and then build over another 8 blocks on all of the rest of them, and then we'll be ready to kind of build up our platforms. It's quick and easy mob grinder, guys. And there we go. So test this water. I've been testing the water on all of them just because if we mess that up, it really is a big deal. So there we go. All right, there is kind of the basis of this mob grinder, right? As you can see, we're going to have platforms here. Water is going to flow here down into this, and then the mobs will fall down right here, and boom, right? They'll land here, and then we'll be able to kill them. It's kind of the basis of it, right? Now, obviously, I'm going to mine this out real quick, but really and truly, we will need to... I should have placed water at the top before I did that. That was really stupid. But this will be the platform they land on, and we'll build it to where we can just see their feet and then swing at them. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the basis of this mob spawner. So, I need some more cobblestone. I did notice that, and then I also need to sleep. So, basically, this is going to be the quick intro to this episode, right? I mean, we are rocking and rolling with this mob grinder. I built it before, and one of the things I want to focus on once we get it in the air, as you can see, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, and I want to try to fix that. I want to work on beautifying it and making it look good and stuff. I think that would be a really cool thing to be able to do, is make it look good, right? So, we're going to do that, and I think it's going to be one of the better mob grinders I've ever built. I've built a few of these, and I want this one to be the best. Right, that's the goal. If we can make this one the best, that's what we're going to do. And I've actually kind of got this structure in mind. So once we get up, I think I might build straight down and then maybe do some connection or something. I think that's where we're really going to be testing ourselves and pushing ourselves with this. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of work my way up to the top here using the water in the bucket method. How many of you have used this before? Just kind of keep moving the water on up as you go until finally you reach the top, right, like this. And then we can just leave that water there, and then we'll get more when we go back down, make this an infinite. That's not a good idea. We'll move our infinite water source and make one over here, and then put water there to be able to get back down. Anyway, we need to fill in these platforms. So one of the advantages about this is that this is actually too high, right? So these mobs, if they fall down here, which they will, once they fall down here, they can't get out because our platform is actually on this level right here, right? See that? So basically, they're up here, they're wandering around, they fall down, and, you know, they can't jump back up for the life of them. They just can't do it. So, yeah, that's kind of how that works. And I'm going to go ahead and fill this all in. And then I'll meet you guys once it's done. And we ran out of we ran out of cobblestone. So I actually may need to go do some mining right now because of the amount of cobblestone we're using. What? This is very odd. We might have to go mine more cobblestone, is what I'm saying. Like, I have never done a Minecraft build, okay? In the history of times where I've ran out of cobblestone. So it's hard for me to believe that we have ran out of cobblestone here. So I'm gonna see how much we have. Come on now. So there's some cobblestone. What has happened? Where's all of our cobblestone went? Is it in? Ah, I found it. It was hiding in this chest here. See, that's the problem with not having any of your chests organized, is that you think you're running out of cobblestone when you're actually not. Also, got sugarcane? Jesus. Got tons of sugarcane. So, this is actually looking pretty good from the bottom. I'm keeping the same aesthetic all the way around. It's not perfect as far as looks go, and that's kind of the goal right now. It shouldn't be perfect at this present second in regards to looks, but we're going to make it incredible in regards to looks, right? That's kind of the goal. That's what the plan is. Now, I'm sure you're posting in the comments saying, Nick, this is a much more efficient mob spawner, yada, yada, yada. Check out this one. Yeah, I'm sure there are, and I know there are much more efficient mob spawners out there than this one. But the thing is, this is the one that I know how to build, and this has always worked pretty well for me as an XP grinder without, like, an actual mob spawner, right? Like, we don't have a mob spawner to hook up for this, right? We don't. All we've got is just air, right? We've got air, nothing, right? And so we have to make use of that, and that's what this one does. It makes use of the fact that we have absolutely nothing in regards to, like, being able to spawn mobs and do all of that stuff. So, yeah, that's pretty much why I'm going with this one. I actually would like to be able to move spawners, like allow us to move spawners later in the series if we find one. and put it in here. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below, if you think it's a good idea for me to maybe be able to move spawners in the future. You know, we could add silk spawners or something like that to the plugin, and I can only get it with Silk Touch. I actually don't think that's a bad idea, but let me know in the comments down below. Let's get you guys involved with that. It'd actually be kind of cool to build a tree farm on top of this. That actually wouldn't be a half bad idea, because we needed, or just to build a farm on top of this. Like not a mob, like not a pig farm or a cow farm, but like, you know, like wheat and carrots and potatoes and things of that nature. You know, that actually might be what we do here. I think if we were to do that on top of this, it would actually be a really, really cool thing and really different. You know, that would actually be kind of a, I'm one short. Okay, there we go. I think that would actually be a really different kind of build. And something we've never done before is, you know, build on top of this. Like, you could actually separate it in quadrants like this. You could have, like, you know, your, like, wheat on this area, your potatoes over here, your carrots over here, and then you could even do trees over there or something like that, or beets or whatever. You've got options. Huh, that is very, very interesting. So at this point, all we need to do is kind of put a roof on this thing and put our water in. I'm actually going to go ahead and do the water first, right? So I'm going to swim on down here. By the way, this is just a temporary water elevator. I know it's absolutely horrible. So I'm going to go ahead and grab, where can we grab water from? Okay, so we've got this. We need to go over here to this to grab water. Here's our infinite water source, and there's our storage room. Look at how awesome that looks. I actually really like this, like light coming through and stuff at night. It's pretty cool. Something that I've really never done before in Minecraft, so I'm glad we're finally able to do it. It's already nighttime again. All right, let's sleep, and then we're going to be going back up there to make our infinite water source, place our water, and kind of build our roof. Now, I'm actually thinking we need to plan out this roof with dirt blocks, because if we're going to put a farm on top of it, I just think that would be really cool. I think that would be really cool. And I don't think it would be too difficult to, like, execute it in a way that makes sense. And I don't think it's going to mess up any of our mob spawning. So, yeah, that would be really, really cool. But we'll actually need to make the roof 2 blocks high. So I'll grab a few more blocks of cobble as well, because we'll need to make the roof 2 blocks high in order to have water up there, right? Because if you put water on the same level, that doesn't work. So we need to have the roof of the mob spawner, and then on top of that, the roof where we're actually going to be able to you know, do our farming. So this is actually a really cool idea. I will see you guys once I've got kind of the original structure built up here. I don't know. I really don't. I keep swimming out by accident. I don't want to do that. I don't want to. Come on. Okay, there we go. Can I swim up? Yes, I can swim up. That's fine. I can do that after I get in the freaking elevator sort of thing, or the water. All right, so I'm just going to build really quick a infinite water source here. But yeah, once I get this structure kind of finished up here and get the roof on it, we're just going to do a roof that's 2 blocks high, so basically right here, and then the roof will be on this area. And I'll actually go ahead and put a cobblestone roof on it, and then on top of that, we'll put a layer of dirt. But I'll see you guys once the cobblestone roof is on everything. And at that point, this will be set up as a functional mob. Wait, there's one thing we need to do. We need to add in trap doors right here. So let's go ahead and set up our infinite water source real quick. How did I get up here? Was it over here? Did I replace the block? I probably replaced the block. Let's see. Is there anywhere that's missing a block that I don't think so. No, okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and make this an infinite water source right like so. Then we need to replace our water here to be able to get down. And now we need to make some trapdoors. How many trapdoors do we need, though? That is the question. Come on. For some reason, it's not letting me swim up now, and I'm going up very, very slowly. Okay, so there should be 8 trapdoors on each side, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's math time. So we've got 16 right here, and then we've got 4 different things. So whatever 16 times 4 is. Let me bust out our trusty calculator, kids. That's the thing about the real world, everybody. The real world, in the real world here, in school you might have to do your math by hand. But in the real world, we have a thing called a calculator. And we're going to be doing 16 times 4, meaning we're going to need 64 trapdoors. I have actually no clue how to make trapdoors, so that's interesting. I'm going to go down here and figure it out, though, and make ourselves some trapdoors. I hope we have enough wood, but I think we will. We could, I guess, just for good measure, cut down this oak tree right here. Just cut down this one. I don't know why this one was picked, but it was. We'll cut down this oak tree and get to crafting. So yeah, there's a crafting table back here that we can use. I don't know what this. I'm going to see if I can figure out this recipe before I look it up. right? And this is going to be kind of entertaining for those of you who know what the recipe is for a wooden trapdoor. God, I need to organize these chests, please. It actually looks like it was kind of a good idea to go ahead and get that wood, because it looks like the only wood we have is this birch as well. I hope this is enough. I really, really do. Okay, so I'm going to guess that a trapdoor is going to be that right there. That's a pressure plate. Is that a trapdoor? Nope. Alrighty, let's look in the book. I've never used this thing. Can we search in this? Maybe. Okay, so yeah, trapdoor right here. A wooden trapdoor. What? Oh man, this uses a ton of resources. Okay. Let's go ahead. We're never going to see these, so they can be different colors and stuff. That's not a big deal. But it is a big deal that we need 60 flippin' 4 of them, and we've only gotten 24 of them. We actually need some more wood here. Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to do a little bit of grinding. I've got to cut down some trees here and get that rocking and rolling. So, I guess let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so, there we go. Trees cut down there. Some of the trees cut down here. I left the huge trees. They kind of fit well with that monstrosity as it is. So, anyway, there we go. We've got some trees. Hopefully, this will, give us enough to be able to make the rest of these trapdoors. 64 trapdoors is a lot of trapdoors. Like, wow. It's crazy. But we've got 64 wood here. That's going to make 32 there, and so we need 32 of the birch ones as well. So, let's go ahead and just add these up here till we get up to 32, and then we'll be good. So we're at 22, we need 10 more, and boom, 32 trapdoors. Okay, cool, awesome stuff. Now we can run up top and place these down. Then we'll be able to finally build our roof. Now, I really like this idea of putting the farm up top. The only problem is we need a way to get up there. Now, one thing that I do know is that we basically... How do I put this? We basically need a water elevator, I think, to be able to get up here. And that's going to be kind of odd, unless we somehow build it. I wonder if we could build it up to, like, right about here, right? Like, build it up the side of this and make it blend in, and then, like, build a platform under and then up and over. That might be a bit too much, but I want to keep things symmetrical, right? That's what makes this look at least somewhat okay, is the symmetry of it. And so that's something we need to keep in mind. But I'm going to go ahead, place 32 trapdoors, or sorry, 64 trapdoors, and I will see you guys here in a second. Now, one of the things about these trapdoors is they need to be down. The reason you put these is because mobs look at this as a block, right? So they're seeing this as a full block. They walk in and boom, they fall, right? That's why you put down all of the trapdoors. Doesn't matter which way they go, just as long as they're here. But anyway, I will see you guys after this is in fact done. And our math has in fact worked out. Look at that. So basically put the birch all down this way and then put the oak all down this way. So now we are good to go. We are rocking and rolling. Now we need to go ahead and I guess place our water as well. I'm actually going to have to delete one of these, right? Delete one of these trapdoors in order for us to actually be able to get anywhere, right? And be able to get up here and actually do this. So I'm going to go ahead, place all of our water, and then at that point, it's just building our roof. Now, it is a little dark up here. I'm going to put some torches for now. Obviously, we'll have to remove these later, so I'm not going to go too big of an overkill on it, but I think 2 on each platform should get it done for now because we're working through the night on this one. So if we go ahead and place water there and place water there, I'll get all the water placed and then start working on the roof. Okay, so the roof is for the most part done. We've got this a little bitty area where we can get back down here, and we're actually off the side of the roof here just going to drop some water, and that's going to allow us to get back up here to build our farm and stuff like that until we have a more permanent solution. So now that we've got that, we can go ahead and finish up the roof here. Just patch ourselves on around. Delete that. Actually, we can go ahead and just delete all of this water and then delete that. And then we're good. So this mob spawner is now complete. It is capsulated and ready to start spawning some mobs. We just have to delete all of the torches first and place ourselves a piece of cobblestone down right there and a and whatever that's called, a trap door right there. So cool. Now let's go ahead, pull up all of our torches, and we should be done. Now, one thing I do notice here is I'm not going to be able to get over to the other side over there quite easily to be able to do this, because if I place something there, right, it's not going to work. I guess I could do... Ooh, look at this. This is actually quite the because I can walk out on that and then jump down and then hit that one and then hit this one. Wait, what are we doing? Okay, so that one goes up and that one goes up. We could just create ourselves a little bitty bridge for now. We'll have to obviously go back around and make sure we take care of all of that. All right, completely dark now. And let's go ahead and undo our bridge, and we'll be done. We will have completed this build of our mob spawner. Okay, the only thing that I'm seeing we need to do is grab that water there. Now that should be lowering. Is it? Is it lowering? It is lowering. Alrighty, there we go. This is now complete. Just need to place some blocks right like so. That way we can see their feet. We'll also place some slabs here as well. Just that way, all we can see is the mob's feet right here and be able to hit them, right? So put slabs right there. Eventually, this water should stop. Okay, so there we go. That is our monstrosity in the sky complete. Now the goal is to actually make it look good with a ladder system, right? That's kind of the biggest thing right now that I'm thinking is we need a system to be able to get up to the top of this thing and build on top of it. So let's go ahead and actually go up top. We might actually hear mobs spawning, which would be interesting. But if we go up top here, we should actually be able to start planning this out. So we've got this roof here, and I think if we go ahead and kind of just rough it out, basically, we'll be good. So how wide is this? 1, 2, 3, 17, 18. Okay, so in theory then, we should be able to do 9 over, right? So if we do 9 over, how many is this? I just was placing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's kind of our center block, these two. So in theory then, we should be able to kind of leave this in the center empty, right? So that'll be kind of our pathway, and then this over here can be where we do all of our crops, all the way up to the edge even. I'm okay with doing this all the way up to the edge, and then seeing how it looks from the bottom. It might not look too good, but I think it would be cool to maybe put fences like 3 high here, and do that way. That could look interesting. We'll see. We'll see what we do. We'll see what we do, but I want to kind of plot out where all of our dirt is going to be, and then from that point, we can really start rocking and rolling with everything else. So I'm going to do that real quick, plot out all of this dirt, and then I'll see you guys after it's done. And okay, there we go. This is now all set up. So we have kind of these base platforms, right? Now we know that water needs to be 4 in, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then water kind of needs to be in this area, but we can do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is not going to be perfectly lined up. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's no way of making water look perfectly in the center here. It's just not possible. Unless we were to do something maybe like this, and then it's 1, 2, 3, and then come over from this side, 1, 2, 3, and put it like right there. Then, in theory, that would actually work, right? It's not the most conventional thing, but 1, 2, 3, 4 on that side, 1, 2, 3, 4 on that side. Yeah, it's not conventional, but it looks good, and that's kind of all that matters in many ways. So let's go ahead and make ourselves an infinite water source up here real quick. Obviously, it's temporary, as they always are, but we'll make ourselves a quick little temporary water source. Grab that water block, throw that there, and then grab a water block out of that, and replace that water block right there, because we need a way to get back down. Okay, cool. So now, let's go ahead and make our water here. Now, I am thinking, like looking at this, that we need to do a different kind of block in the center, obviously, other than dirt. I was actually thinking it would be kind of difficult, but we have a grass block and we have a silk touch pickaxe. In theory, we could turn this into like a path in the center with, you know, the left click of the shovel. I think that would actually be really, really cool. 1, 2, 3, and the 4th block is water. All right. 1, 2, 3, and then that block is water, and then I think the block, yeah, right next to it. This one right here is also water. Cool. So, yeah, I think that would actually look really good. We're going to have to wait a little while, and actually, because we're going to have to wait a little while, we should probably just go ahead and do that. You know, like get that grass block up here and get it growing, because basically, it kind of makes sense. Wait, is it 1, 2, 3? Okay, yeah, and then the 4th block is water. It kind of makes sense to go ahead and do that and get that taken care of, because we're going to need all of this to be replaced. So, really and truly, I need to fill all of this in the center end even with dirt. I'll leave 1 block on the edges here, just like right here, so I can get up here. But other than that, this all needs to be dirt, which means we even need more dirt. So let's go ahead, jump on down. We'll grab our grass block as well as maybe any more dirt that we have. We might actually have to go get some more dirt, which is odd. I'm going to get a few more grass blocks, though. We'll sleep first. We will sleep first, but I'm going to need a few more grass blocks just to speed things up a little bit. That's kind of what I'm thinking is we need to speed things up just a little bit. So we'll run over here. Actually, we can just grab one from like right here where it makes sense. So boom, get a few grass blocks here just to be able to kind of keep things nifty up there and basically make us be able to grow things faster. So there we go. That'll work. And do we have any more dirt down here? If not, we're going to need a whole heck of a lot more than 7 grass blocks. This is painful to watch me searching through all of this, though, if I'm honest. Hey, oh, actually, we have 8 grass blocks because we have that one as well. All right, any more dirt? Any more dirt? We do. We have plenty of dirt. There we go. That'll be enough. Up we go to the top now. Okay, actually, hold on. Where is our hoe? Do we have one? I think it would just be easier to make one because we're going to be doing quite a bit of stuff up there. This is just painful. We'll just smelt 2 pieces of iron real quick because that seems a lot more efficient than what we were doing. So with this will get grass growing a lot quicker with the extra blocks that we have, the extra grass blocks. Now actually, while that's smelting, we can go out here and grab just a few more because why not, right? Why not grab a few more grass blocks while we're at it? Because you can never have too many grass blocks. That's what I keep telling people. Nobody seems to believe me, but that's what I keep telling people. Anyway, this should be done now. Boom, and we can go ahead and make ourselves a hoe to get that rocking up there as well. Boom. Cool. Can I turn this book off now? It's cool, but it's also not. Thank you. Alrighty, let's go ahead and run back up here and get this going. I think this is actually going to look really good. And what's interesting, you can't even see the farm from the bottom right now, right? You can't even see it. Like, it's not even there from the bottom. All you can see is just the cobblestone. So the fact that we have the farm on top is really cool. We've still not figured out how we're going to be able to get up there, though. So that is a problem that needs to be solved. But we can do that. Not at another date, just later on in the episode. So we'll throw that grass block there, kind of throw that one there, throw this one here, and then this one here, maybe one back here. I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of throwing these in random places to be able to get this grass growth started. Because the more grass we have, the better, if I'm honest. The more grass we have, the better. Sure. Boom. Now, all of that should start growing out some grass. But in the meantime, I'm going to fill the rest of this in with dirt. And then go ahead and set what we need to set up for farming. So let's go ahead and do all of that. I'll see you guys right after a jump cut. And there we go. Okay, so wow, literally, that's unbelievable. Did that literally just happen? The last freaking place broke my hoe. That is absolutely crazy. So, I moved this to the center just because it was in the way over here. The grass is growing out nicely on all of the sides over here, and yeah. Okay, need to make another hoe. But we are rocking and rolling up here. I'm liking the look of things. I think this is going to be a really, really cool farm. I think at this point we need to kind of go ahead and start working on our solution to be able to get up here. Now, I was actually thinking it would be kind of cool to do this, right? And this might look horrible, but we're going to commit and see what happens. So what if we, nope, don't want those there. Can I please remove these? This is going to take a minute. All right, so now what if we come down here right like this, right? And just come straight down with this cobblestone all the way to the ground. How horrible is that going to look? Because what I'm thinking is if we do that, okay, I think I can make this work. The only thing is I need to do it on each individual side of this mob spawner. I died. Which isn't the end of the world. The only thing that sucks is we lost all of our levels, which isn't necessarily even a problem because we have the mob spawner here, which is noticeably not spawning a ton of mobs, which is a bit concerning if we're honest. Where did all of my armor go? Okay, come on now. Don't be holding out on the armor. We have some pretty awesome armor here. And the only reason I died, by the way, look at that. That stuff is so good it didn't even break. I'm guessing most of the damage was absorbed by our boots. Maybe all of it, and that's why it didn't break. because the boots seem to be nowhere, like nowhere. But wow, that was actually really impressive. By the way, how I died was I placed water and the water didn't move fast enough. I moved faster than the water, that water right there, and I died. So we've got this on all of the sides, and I don't think it's a good idea. I really don't. That makes me a little sad because we have to now destroy all of them, but that's okay because it's trial and error in many ways in life, and that was what we tried, and it was an error. I think instead it's going to be a lot better if we put ladders all the way up right through here. We could do it on every side if we wanted, but probably just like ladders all the way up on this side and then created a platform over and then mirrored that platform on the other side and then went up that way. I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to delete all of these and then get to kind of planning on that, making all of our ladders and all that stuff, and I'll see you guys once that's done. Oh, found my boots. They had floated to the top of the water up here. What that means, by the way, is that none of our armor took any damage during that fall. You guys know why that might be? That seems a little weird to me, that none of our armor took any damage whatsoever. So I used all of the wood that we had to create the ladders. By the way, all of the ugly pillars are gone now, which, whew, thank goodness for that. That was not a pretty sight. But now that we have all these ladders, let's see how far up we can get with these. I'm thinking I'm going to be sorely disappointed here. We might just have enough, though. I think we'll actually need like 88 ladders or something like that. I didn't think about this problem, though. I need to be able to get onto the ladders. So I guess, actually, right here, we don't need this to be able to hit the mobs. We can do that from over here and stuff. So, yeah, we're good there. Let's go ahead and just build on up one row here and see if we can't get this all the way up. I think we're actually going to be okay. We're going to need more wood, definitely, to be able to do like both sides. If we're going to do one on this side and then mirror it on the other side. But if we're just doing this side with ladders, we're actually pretty good here. So let's go ahead and build this all the way up and see how it looks. I don't think it's going to look like 10 out of 10 amazing, but I don't think it's going to look horrible either. You know, I really don't. I don't think it's going to be repulsive. So let's step back, and it's kind of repulsive, but we honestly have to leave it. We could build something out around it, but I'm just going to work with this and see if we can't incorporate maybe this into the build in some way. Okay, I have been looking at this, and I think I may have figured out the solution to our problem. And it involves incorporating not cobblestone, but oak wood in this build. So what I'm thinking is go up this, right, and then at the top up here, we'll actually have like this oak wood perch with glass on each side of it, right? So both sides will get this, and then you'll be able to come over and then go up to the top via our ladder system over there. We'll put it on this side as well. Then I'm going to take this middle block here and replace that with with oak wood, I think, as well. And then that'll kind of tie everything in together and hopefully make it look a bit better. So let's go ahead and get some oak wood. We actually need to spam our oak wood trees as well to be able to get enough, because we do not have any wood. We actually have a wood shortage at this point, I think. So I'm just going to go ahead and all through this area spam oak wood and get it all planted. Right over through here. There we go. Okay, so now we're just kind of in a waiting game. I'm going to go make an axe and cut these down and then basically wait until I feel as if we have enough oak wood planks. Alright, so here's what we've got. Here's what we'll actually go down to the bottom here and look at this because, yeah, I think we need to get the entire picture here. So basically, we've got this coming off. Now, this is way too far out. I get that. I'm going to curve it back up very tightly there. But that's kind of what we have. And it's kind of made this look okay. And I think replacing this right here with a similar, you know, like kind of setup with like oak planks is actually going to look pretty good. So I'm actually very, very happy with what we've got right here. It's not 10 out of 10, a beautiful, amazing, perfect, right? But it is pretty good. So if we come up here, and then I'm going to put glass right around the outside here, right? Probably, I've honestly might put it on this chunk, but or this block, I don't know. Probably not though, because we need to come out here and walk around, right? So anyway, I'm gonna just go ahead and curve this up, like I said, pretty tightly right there, making all of this out here obsolete. So we can go ahead and remove all of that, and then we will wrap it back around, but we'll use planks. Or not planks, sorry, slabs right here in the center and on the sides as well. So we want to go ahead and bring this out to right here as that, and then use slabs to wrap it on back around. Now, here's the question. Do we leave this open air here, or do we go ahead and move it on up, right? So we can go ahead and put cobble right like this. And do we leave this open air or do we put the glass in? Part of me says we just need to leave this open air. I think it might actually end up looking better if we do it that way and leave it open air. But I don't know. So we'll have to put torches there, and then we can actually put torches here as well. Then that'll kind of light this up and prevent it from spawning mobs out here, I think. This is really cool. This is really good. We're working on getting this done. So I'm going to go ahead and actually just make a crafting table up here real quick. We need to craft a few more ladders to be able to get up all the way here. So we'll make a few more sticks and then just make some ladders out of them. There we go. We've got ourselves 9 ladders. This might be enough. I don't know if it will be or not, though. It'll at least be enough. Now we can get on up to the top here. Cool. Look at that. We are up at the top. Woohoo! And honestly, we can actually take these pathways and knock them down 1 block if we want to. All right. Come on down this ladder and see if we have enough for here. I think we might be just short right here. Nope, we had enough. 1 extra, actually. So that's kind of how this is looking. Let's go look at it from the bottom and see how atrocious it looks. I'm sure it looks atrocious. The question is just how atrocious it looks. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Not great. Not great at all. But I think I'm going to go ahead, replace these cobblestone right there, that cobblestone on each side, with the oak wood, and then build this out on the other side, actually. Build the oak wood out on the other side. And then we'll see how it looks, and that'll probably be it. I'll probably just leave it there, and then we can mess with it more next episode. But I'm going to go replace myself some cobblestone. Alright, and there we go. The last block is placed on this side. So basically, since the last jump cut, replaced all of the interior on that to kind of give it that look there. I don't know how I like it, or if I like it or not, basically. But yeah, we've got this, and now we can go all the way up to the top up here where our farm is. So one of the things that I think would be kind of cool is to take cobblestone slabs and actually wrap that all the way around the, or not slabs, stairs, and wrap that all the way out around the outside to give it kind of a different look there. But overall, this is now complete. We could take some seeds and plant them up here if we wanted to. One thing I have noticed, mobs haven't been spawning in our mob spawner, which is quite the issue. It's quite the problem. But that's okay all at the same time, because that means we can figure it out next episode. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have any ways to make this thing look prettier, in addition to the fact of possibly why we might be having issues with mobs spawning. Let me know all of that in the comment section down below. But let's look up at this thing. This is the first time I've actually seen it as well, all complete. Not half bad. I might need to expand this out, like this oak wood over here, actually, and add more to it. From this angle, it doesn't look bad at all, though. It's different, that's for sure, but it doesn't look bad at all. And then if we come over this way, it actually doesn't look horrible from this angle. I just feel like I need to make these a bit bigger. But I think this is a good place to go ahead and end the episode. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content exactly like this every single day of the week. Minecraft Let's Plays, tutorials, all of that stuff. Also, if you want to come play with me, come play on our server, play.breakdowncraft.com, for an awesome 1.13 grief protected survival experience. But anyway, guys, there is our mob grinder. Hopefully, in next episode, you will see me and we will have a ton of XP. Wait! Do I see? I thought I saw a skeleton in here. No, no skeleton. But anyway, I can figure out why it's not spawning in between episodes and get it working. Also, any comments you guys have about why this mob spawner might not be working are appreciated in the comment section down below. But anyway, guys, my name is Nick. This has been the Breakdown, this has been Breakdown Craft, and I am out, guys. Peace.